The NBA trade deadline was one of the most eventful and frantic deadlines in recent history. There were trades everywhere, and there were so many big names like Ben Simmons, James Harden, Tyrese Halliburton, Domantas Sabonis, Kristaps Porzingis, and many others who were moved. A lot of the trades went under the radar. One such trade was the 4-team trade, which scrambled around a bunch of role players. But the player we're going to talk about today is Marvin Bagley, who was sent to the Detroit Pistons in return for Trey Lyles and Josh Jackson. This is a trade I really like for the Pistons and Marvin Bagley, and I believe there's a genuine possibility Marvin Bagley rejuvenates his career and possibly turns into a star. So let's talk about it.
They be like, yeah. Can you teach me how to dirty? You know why? Cause all the bitches love it. All I need is a beat that's super bumpin'. And for you to back it up and dump it.
Leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I drop regular NBA content, and with the NBA season going on, this should interest you. So do subscribe to the channel and make sure you stay till the end so you don't miss anything. Marvin Bagley is widely known as the guy who was picked over Luka Doncic and didn't pan out as he was thought. His entire career has been defined by that one mistake, which wasn't even his fault necessarily, but the Kings' fault for being a bad drafting team. He wasn't even a part of the rotation for the Kings the start of the season, and even when he was, the Kings weren't utilizing him properly and they forced him to stand in the corner and do stuff which didn't cater to his strengths. This and all the injuries in his career have been a big problem. But now in Detroit, I feel like this is going to change because everything Bagley provides right now is exactly what the Pistons need. Marvin Bagley is a ridiculous athlete. This is something the Pistons have lacked alongside Kate this year. And having a good role man in the big man position is going to really help. Bagley averages 1.12 points per possession as a role man, and he has always been a great vertical athlete. He hasn't really played alongside an elite pick and roll ball handler in his career, and he started improving in this department recently when the Kings started running him with Tyrese, a very good pick and roll ball handler. Detroit has one of the worst slate of centers in the league, especially in the pick and roll department. Kelly Olynyk and Isaiah Stewart are terrible role men and one of the worst in the league in this department, which isn't ideal alongside a pick and roll maestro in Cade Cunningham. So this automatically makes Bagley a perfect and a better fit alongside Cade. His touch around the basket, his offensive rebounding ability, and improving push shot and short roll passing are all going to be very good alongside Cade. He's shooting 67% at the rim this season, which will automatically be one of the highest marks on this team. Marvin Bagley is a positive NBA player. He's been wrongfully labeled as a bad NBA player in my opinion. Is he a bust? Maybe. But there's a lot which went against him in his career, like his constant injuries, the Kings not using him well, and them having a terrible coach in Luke Walton. All of these are very much ignored when talking about Bagley. I really don't think this is a high risk trade for the Pistons at all. It's a low risk, high reward trade because Bagley as he is already a great fit with the Pistons, and the upside is a luxury which is very possible. His jump shot, post game, and face up game are far from there yet. But the flashes have always been there. Again, all the unfortunate circumstances never let him gain some momentum in this department, but hopefully a change of scenery and Dwayne Casey using him better than Luke Walton did will help him develop in this department. Even in the one game we've seen Bagley play for the Detroit Pistons so far, he was aggressive and he attacked them a lot. He showcased his pick and roll ability while showing some post flashes. He showcased his ridiculous athleticism and showed flashes of what he can be with this team in the future. Another place where he has really impressed this season, overall in my opinion, is his improved rim protection and defense. Don't get me wrong, Bagley is far from an elite defender right now, or even a high level defender. But this season, he's been pretty good at defense in my opinion. He still gets caught sleeping off the ball and on switches, but his rim protection has been a clear positive. When contested by Bagley within 6 feet, opposing players shoot 9.1% worse than they usually do. He was contesting 6.4 shots per game in Sacramento while playing only 22 minutes per game. He still has a long way to go defensively. His off-ball awareness is a massive issue, which needs to improve before being a clear positive. He needs to get better at guarding the post, to be able to play the center full time because he's just too slow to play the power forward position and there's a higher possibility he can be a center. But all in all, he's been showing great flashes throughout the season defensively. And if he's flanked by Sadiq Bey and Jeremy Grant, the defense can be really good with a good defensive scheme. Obviously, the Pistons aren't very good right now. They have long ways to go. They'll be adding another lottery pick to this roster, and Bagley will have a lot of time to develop. I really like this move both for the present and the future of this team. There's a lot of upside with this trade, and if they can get a reasonable contract this free agency for Bagley, he can be a key part of the future core while being an immediate contributor right now. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.